be no God. Okani.
Hey, what's up,
Kel
man?
Hi, what would you want to say to God creator?
Yeah, are you like an idealist, I guess?
I am a God creator. I'm somewhat ideal, yes, in a way, but not completely. I should say I'm more practical. Uh,
Well, okay. Well, I'm just one. You know what idealism is?
yes, I know what that word, but I'm more a practical kind of person. I'm down to earth.
You're down to earth. Okay, so why? Okay, whatever. Why is God a fictional character powered by belief?
Because all indication point to that direction. It's a fictional character, like comic book character, like Superman character, and they make you believe it. That's it. There's no evidence of a God except a belief. Without belief, you have no God. So
Do
it's a character
yeah,
powered by
do things like numbers exist?
number.
Yeah,
Yes,
numbers.
we made it up. We made it up. What about it?
Well, so they don't actually exist then?
Well, we made number to express a concept. Now,
Okay, okay. So they're an objective concept, right?
the stuff that they count is objective. The number is a concept.
Yeah, but is the concept objective or subjective?
Well, it depends on how you want to put it.
So,
It's
so
subjective. It's definitely subjective. Depending on what you want to count.
okay. So let's say
Number.
for I'll just throw you this hypothetical. Say for example, there's no humans around. Okay, no humans. No one to think up of numbers. Right. In this planet Earth, without any human beings, there are seven coconuts lined up right next to each other. Right. Would the
So
coconuts be seven in number?
seven coconut is just we conceptualize it as a seven, but there's just seven coconut lying there. It
But but
doesn't
but
matter. We
but would they
conceptualize it.
would they still be seven in number though, even though there's no humans to count them?
If nobody count them, there wouldn't be anything. There's nobody to count them.
So
It's
so
an abstract concept.
okay, so then numbers don't actually exist then, right? They're just
The
concept.
idea exists, but it's not. It's not the number doesn't really mean anything until you start counting them.
So then it's not seven coconuts that are sitting in a line next to
No,
each
it
other.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just there's coconuts sitting there, and we want to count them. That's all.
Okay, okay. So the
But
next question. So the next question. Hold
the
up.
seven coconut, they're not identical.
So so
Numbers are abstract concept. It depends on how you want to put it.
okay, okay. So the next question is: say there's say I don't know 2 feet away. There's six coconuts in a line. What's the actual difference between them then?
No two coconut are identical.
Well, I'm just as a general category, as a category.
Now we're counting. When you're counting, you're making
I'm just wondering if, as a category of coconuts, right? You have seven in one line, 2 feet away. You have six coconuts in another line. What's the difference between them if numbers don't actually exist?
uh, I mean, the concept exists. What do you mean by the concept?
So concepts do exist now.
Concept exists.
Okay,
But it's
okay.
not. But the number
Did
doesn't
we
mean
make these
anything.
numbers up or did we discover them?
No, we made it up. We made it to have to convey our meaning. Just like we made word up.
So do numbers have meaning? Yes or no?
We gave the meaning.
We gave them meaning, so they don't actually these numbers don't actually mean anything then objectively.
No, objectively is
So
definitely subjective.
then what's the difference between the line of seven coconuts and the line of six coconuts?
Subjectively, they're different.
Subjectively they're different, but if they're
Of course.
subjectively different, that's a not that doesn't make any sense. How can something be subjectively different? They're either it's objectively different or it's not different.
Why? How could it be object? But objectively, there's nothing. They're just lying there. We made it into a line. We said, "Oh, they
So
line up
what's
this
the
way."
difference
You
between
see
seven
patterns.
coconuts in a line and
What is
six
the
coconuts
difference?
in a line? What's the
No. What is
difference?
the difference? No, let me ask you. What's the difference between those coconuts that's sitting there and another set of coconuts sitting elsewhere? They're
The,
two different
the
groups.
coconuts with the line of coconuts that has 6 coconuts has one less coconut than the 7 coconuts because I
Yeah,
believe numbers are an
I believe.
objective concept that are objectively real.
No, it's not objective concept. It's a subjective concept.
It's not a subjective concept.
Let
Then
me
okay,
let me
there is
ask
no
you.
difference between a line of 6 coconuts and a line of 7 coconuts according to
Hello?
your logic. That's incredibly flawed.
No, that's
Hey,
not what I said.
wait. Let me jump in here for a second. Let me jump
Sure.
in here for a
Sure.
second. Okay, so if you're in a survival situation and the difference between you living or dying in a survival situation is having one coconut, is that not different? Are resources not limited? I
Yeah,
don't understand.
you're not understanding. You kind of walked in
Yeah,
on the
I joined
conversation.
in
Yeah.
pretty late, so I
Yeah,
don't
you're
understand like
so
the
so the
significance of the coconut.
yeah. So the reason why I'm asking this question is because the host is saying that God is a fictional character powered by belief.
That is a
So
fictional
hold
character.
up. Let me finish. So I asked them, okay, are numbers an objective concept, or are they just something that we've made up? And they
It's
said we made it
subjective,
up. They're a subjective concept. So like, oh,
of
okay.
course.
So let's say there's no humans on the planet Earth, and you have a line of 7 coconuts in a row, and then 2 feet away you have a line of 6 coconuts in a row. What would be the difference between them if there's no humans to count them? And apparently there is a subjective difference, which makes no sense whatsoever,
Of course, subjective.
of the number of coconuts. Was like, no, objectively speaking, one line is 6 coconuts, one line is 7 coconuts. Like that would be an objective reality, even if there was no
No, that's
humans to
not
count
So,
them.
objective
so here's the
reality.
thing. Here's the thing. I think
Let
this
me
is like a
explain.
very simple argument, and it's very easy to go back and forth about this. But let me just kind of give this concept through building on the concept of numbers. Um, if numbers are just a subjective thing that we made up, right? How do they work so conveniently in our daily lives without no problems? Just because we created them? I mean, even if you look into something like binary code or how people code programs, numbers are essential in this whole process. Like mathematics is such a complex concept that it's very hard for us to firmly grasp it without having to go to an educational institution to learn like the complexity of numbers. So I don't like obviously we discovered numbers because who else would have discovered them? But to say that we just made them up, I think is kind of ignorant in my opinion. So I don't know. Like
Let me explain.
there's so
All
many
right, let me
layers
explain.
to numbers.
All right, let me explain. What is going on with numbers is that first of all, no matter how you count these coconuts, no two coconuts is identical. Therefore, you cannot say that, well, these are we made the assumption that they're exactly the same. We made the assumption that these 6 coconuts, that every coconut is identical. So that's the first thing, is a subjective thing right over there. Now, inside each coconut, you could say, well, if you weight the 6 coconut and you weight the 7 coconut, will they all be exactly the same weight, or would even 6 coconut weight more than 7 coconut, depending on their size? So again, it's a subjective thing. It depends on how you could look at 6 coconut and you say, well, no, there's 6 coconut and they weigh 6 pounds. But then when you have 7 coconut, only weigh 5 pounds. So you
So
go by wait. So the first thing you did is that you made it. You made your. Are you 18? Hasbro? I think I just kicked you out. You're not even 18.
I don't think that's him in the photo, but
Well, anyway, that's not important. What is going on is that when you say that, so immediately it became how you want to count them. If 7 coconut weigh 5 pounds and 6 coconut weigh 7 pounds or 6 pounds, now why would you have to count them by each one and then not count them by weight?
how does this
Yeah.
associate with God though?
What
Like,
I'm saying to you
what
is
how are
that
you tying this in with
wait,
belief?
wait. Let me finish. So this immediately shows that number is subject to how you want to look at it. 6 coconut weigh 5 pounds or 6 pounds, but 7 coconut only weigh 5 pounds. So if I measure it differently, I'll have a different answer with the number. So how is this number objective? How
So
is
yeah. So again,
exactly
oh,
be
yeah.
exactly what depending on what you're talking about?
So my first question is: do you think coconuts objectively exist in of themselves? Then, like the category of coconuts, like what is a coconut?
Well, coconut is we define this thing with certain characteristic to be a coconut. That's how we define it. So
So
if somebody
I'm
asks me,
asking: do
wait, let me
coconuts
finish.
objectively
Wait,
exist
let
as a
me finish.
category? Yes or no?
Well, it's definitely anything that exists like this. We
Yeah,
define that coconut have this characteristic. After we define it, the word coconut, that this is coconut, then this is an objective thing that when it's like this, it is objective.
yes,
So
but
we
would you do?
coconut
It's a
as in.
simple yes or no question. Do coconuts
Well, you
objectively
defined it. You
exist?
defined it.
Yes or no?
Now let me ask you: could we have named
Do
some
you
other
answer
plant?
questions with questions? Do
I didn't
coconuts
answer it.
objectively exist? Yes
Wait.
or
So
no?
I'm just very confused about how this ties in with God and
It's
believing
simple
in
because the
God.
person here is saying that God is a fictional character, and I'm trying to prove that God, which is a metaphysical being, that
No,
metaphysics
God
actually
doesn't.
exists. That's why I'm
No,
So
asking about
it
so
numbers.
here's the
exists.
thing. Here's the
Now,
thing. Here's the thing. So
the
like the only
thing is,
reason why I might see that this might tie in with our existence is
let me.
because like how every coconut is different, which is very true. We do see them as a unit, like every coconut is their own unit, just like how we see humans as our own selves, right? And I think that kind of does tie in with the existence of God, saying like instead
Okay.
of it being a scientific equation to create a human or a coconut or whatever the
Yeah.
hell, right?
Let me
Like
finish.
here's the
Okay,
like here
okay.
no
Let
no
me
let
talk.
me let me finish my point though. Just to say that everything is science and everything is an equation, wouldn't that lead to everything being the same, right? Like aren't humans, everybody is told that they're special, everybody is told that they're unique, that yes, there may be similarities between certain humans, right? But everybody is different, like, and that's a fact. And I
Well,
think
be
that does tie
honest with
in with the
you.
existence of God. Like
Let's be
if God
honest.
didn't want us, if
All
God
right.
wanted us to
We can't
all
have
be
to
the
keep on
same.
talking. No, we let me talk.
All
Look,
right.
let me
All
tell
right.
you something.
Yeah.
Everybody is different a little bit, but they're not really that different. People are pretty much the same. Be honest with you. So that's why when doctor comes and say, "Oh, everybody's different," blah, 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 those are lies. If everybody's different, you can't study anything.
So how come some people are better than others, and how
Well,
come some people are
they're
evil than
almost the
others? How
same,
come
but
some
some of
people are
them they're a
criminals and
little
some
better.
people
They're not that much
are good
different.
people in society? How do we have people
Listen, listen.
that uphold
Look,
society
be
versus
quiet. I'm
destroying it?
answering your question. You gotta be quiet for a moment. All right, people are not that different. You go if you look into it, there's a lot. There's gonna be some different, but it's not really that big a different. There's a range of different, but they all fall within that range. Most of it. Most people are within that range. Now there might be a few that's totally more, totally out, and totally genius, but those are outside the range. But let's talk about the coconut. The number are totally subjective. It depends on how you want to look at it. You could have 6 coconut weigh 6 pounds, and then 7 coconut only weigh 5 pounds. Now you are gonna say, well, when you look at it differently, and when you measure a different unit, you come out with a different number. So how is these numbers are gonna become objective? When every time we look at it differently, you have a different answer. Now the other thing about your God, about metaphysical God, I do not deny a metaphysical God. I just say that God don't exist in reality. Well, I believe. But metaphysics is thing you believe. You just believe it. Metaphysics is imaginary. Metaphysics is nothing but nothing reality. Therefore, that's exactly where it is. It's a metaphysic, a fictional character powered by belief.
So what do you define
Superman
as
is a
Yeah,
metaphysic.
yeah,
metaphysics?
yeah.
Wait,
No,
wait, let me
What do you
finish.
define
Let
as
me finish.
metaphysics?
No, no,
well,
let me
they
finish. Let me finish.
yeah, finish
Wait,
up.
Superman exists as a metaphysical being. Superman represent this. Superman represent that. He's a metaphysical being. I never deny a metaphysical being, except we know it's a medical physical being, and nobody go believe it. The problem with God is that they push this metaphysical being and say they exist in reality when it doesn't. It doesn't exist anywhere. It exists in your head. It exists in metaverse. It doesn't exist anywhere else except as an imaginary character.
Damn, you just keep on muting me, huh? I can't even talk in here.
Because I don't want to hear you. You keep on talking. I have to talk. I'm the host. I talk more than you.
Yeah,
I
well,
gotta talk more than you.
Well,
Well,
you brought you
well,
brought.
you're not even hosting a debate here. You're not even letting
I
me
am
speak
hosting
my
a
mind.
debate. Well, but I'll give you half a minute to talk. You can say it, but get to
Yeah,
the
you
point.
give us
and
half
go.
minute talking and you go on for 2 minutes straight.
But
Well,
you're not even talking about anything of substance. So how do you tie this in with like people that you love and the relationships that you have with people? Like, is that just all chemical then? Like, is that all just
exactly,
science? Like
exactly.
Superman did not develop civilizations. Jesus did, and
No,
I'm not
Jesus
even
did not.
Christian. And
Jesus
I'm
did not
no,
develop
the belief
anything.
in
You
Jesus did.
believe
If
it
it
that it
wasn't for
did.
the Bible, there wouldn't be the civilization that we live in
No, a
today, and
lot
that's
of
just a
people
pure
don't have the
fact.
Bible. In
You're not
fact, they
even
don't
allowing
want the
me to talk
Bible.
right now.
Wait,
You
wait.
just
No,
so this is
no,
just
no, no,
your
no.
show, right? You want me to just be quiet and I'm not
Yeah, I
even
want you to
allowed
be
to
quiet
speak
and
my
listen.
point
Yeah,
So you
because
that's
just
right.
I'm
want you
not.
just want to preach at us,
You're just
right?
gonna keep on speaking over me. That's why you have 5 viewers instead of
Well,
100.
well, look what
Because
I have.
you're
I
not
have
allowing
6.
people to talk and you're just
No,
stuck
because
in
you
your
don't
own
stop. I
ways,
gotta
in
tell
your
you,
own
you gotta be
miserable
quiet.
self. Like you're
You gotta be quiet. You can't. Like I said, you got a half a minute talk, but if you keep it up, I gotta throw you
where are
out.
you from?
It doesn't matter. I'm from God creator land. I'm a God creator.
What country are you residing in?
All right. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is I am a God creator.
Yeah,
I
I guess he doesn't want to dox himself. That's fine. Uh,
That's not doxing. It's just talking about your fucking character.
yeah, now
It's
no, no,
honestly
no, no, no. You don't
unbelievable.
get it, man. They're God creator.
now you
Uh
gotta
oh.
go. Because you wanna start cursing. I can't have you cursing like over here. I can't. I'm a civil guy.
Well, you're
At
not
least I
being
thought.
civil when you take 5 minutes to make a point, and then when the other person tries to respond, you only give them 30 seconds. It's
No,
not really
no.
fair.
He
That's
used
not
to
really
sit there and
civil, now,
say,
is it?
I'm very civil. Now
You
you're
haven't
talking.
really been
All right,
civil.
let me talk to somebody
This
else.
doesn't sound
Yeah,
like
exactly,
civil.
exactly. Now you want to run away from me. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
No, I
This
let you
doesn't
talk, but
sound
you can't
civil.
hear me.
It's okay. It's
Now,
okay.
what would you want to say? He's devoted.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello,
So
guys.
I guess to get you back to the point though, you would at least agree with me that coconuts as a category objectively exist. Yes or no?
I agree. We define coconut to have certain characteristics, and they fall with those characteristics. It exists as a coconut. We define it.
Sure. And
What
now
if,
they get to your point about say the number of coconuts versus the weight of them. Those are two different measurements. The number of units of coconut versus the weight of them. Even if say the line of 6 coconuts weighs more because they're bigger coconuts, that doesn't matter. That's a completely unrelated point. Sure, the 6 coconuts might be bigger, they might weigh more, but we're talking about the number, the unit of them. How many coconuts are there, not
no,
how
no,
much
no.
they weigh. Those are two different
But
numbers, two
let
different
me.
calculations. That's an unrelated point.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you now what is the problem. Now the number, depending on how you use it, the number is not objective. The number is subjective to
No,
what
no,
how you
that just
measure
proves
it.
they're objective.
Wait,
That just
no, no,
proves they're
no, no.
objective.
You gotta be quiet. Let me rebut. You have to take the unit into account. You say I want to talk about weight or I want to talk about number. Immediate, or I want to talk number the unit or I want to talk about the weight of the coconut. If you talk about the weight of the coconut, then immediately you find that the number changes. Therefore, the number itself is not objective. The number is subjective. That's what I said. The
It's not
number,
subjective. You just proved
Hey,
they're
yes, it
objective.
is.
So
It
for
can we
is
stop
example,
talking
subjective.
about coconuts and start
for
talking about
So
example,
What
what's
you
your
want to
point
measure?
about that?
yeah.
my
No,
point is that the host who is hosting this live has no understanding of metaphysics whatsoever and can't make a
no,
single
you're not.
metaphysical
I did
claim
not.
because
I said
he
nothing
can't
about
So
even
what
make a
metaphysics.
what is
distinction.
the
He can't even
host's
make the
point
objective to
about?
hold up, let me finish the point. The host can't even make an objective distinction between a line of 7 coconuts and a line of 6 coconuts.
No, the problem is that, like I said, there's no the number is not objective. The
Okay,
six,
okay. So, is
six.
there any difference between a line of 6 coconuts and a line of 7 coconuts? They weigh the same.
No, your
They're the
point.
same in
No,
every
no, no,
single
no, no.
way.
Now you gotta
But
be quiet.
the only
You're talking
difference
too
is
much.
that there's 6 coconuts.
Like I said, you gotta be quiet.
No, no. Just answer
No,
the
Yeah,
question.
you're not.
Answer the
You're
you got
not.
to
question.
be
Is there an
quiet,
objective
man.
difference between a line of 6 coconuts and a line of 7 coconuts?
I agree. There's a difference between 6 and 7 coconut. But what I said to you is
What's
that
the
you said
difference?
number.
Yo,
Wait.
you were just talking about how you didn't agree with that, and
No,
now
no,
you do
no. That's
agree
not
with
what I
it.
said.
I don't think you
No,
even know what
no,
reality
that's not what
is.
I
Are
said.
you on
No,
any
no,
psychedelics?
no. That's not what I said.
Are you
That's
It's
on
not.
like they
are you
sucked
on
in
anything
helium.
right now?
No, no. You gotta be quiet. You gotta listen.
I
That's
think you
not what I
might be
said.
on something right now.
Helium.
Because
Yeah,
what
I can tell by
said
helium.
was that there was no different.
Are you
there
off
was,
the galaxy
there was
gas?
a different. Look, no,
This
it's
is
not throw you out. You're just disrupting.
Maybe they're doing some DXM.
You know, because
You
what I
got some
said, what
DMT,
you were
man?
saying that numbers is
Okay,
objective.
guys.
Numbers not objective
Host, why do you think God is a fictional character?
because that's all he is. He's a metaphysical being that's
Okay, that
in your
doesn't
head.
answer why.
Because that's what it is. There's no evidence.
You're
There's
just
no
Why
making
do
evidence
you're
for
making a
you
God.
circle though.
Okay, so clearly there's evidence, so you need to rebut
No,
that.
there's no evidence. Where's your
There
evidence?
is.
Where's
We're
your
You're,
evidence?
still
you're the
even
one who's claiming that
finding
God's a
evidence in
fictional
the.
being. You're the
No,
one
you
that has
gotta be
provided
quiet.
the
You have to look
evidence.
into the. You have to look into the original Sodom and Gomorrah as well, where they're still finding sulfur balls. Deconstructed evidences.
No,
We
they
can
have
look
no
into
evidence.
Mount Sinai, south of Turkey, or
No,
Mount Ararat. I mean,
no, those are
with
not
Noah's
evidence.
Ark.
The Noah Ark
Hey,
was
hey, hey,
debunked.
sorry. That's not evidence, buddy. That's not evidence because I don't
No,
like
because
it.
they were debunked.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. It's just no, but there's no why.
No, there's no.
That's not
Well,
how
no.
debates
The
work.
host's whole argument is that God is a fictional character because he's a
Yeah.
metaphysical character, and the host is defining metaphysical as fictional. So it's a literal circular argument. God is fictional because he's fictional. That's really a tautology, dude.
Yeah. So basically, he's fictional because he's not something that, or he's something you can't see.
You
He's
cannot
fictional
find
because
God.
he's fictional. Trust, bro.
So air doesn't
host. Do you
exist
have a
because we don't
boyfriend
see
or
it.
something? Do you have like a significant other?
Yo, he came with a different name. That is so funny.
No, that's not important.
Wait, so I'm assuming air isn't real because I can't see it, or
No, because you
oxygen.
can test it. You're making the argument when there's evidence for air. We
Gravity
have
doesn't
air
exist
pressure
because I
other,
can't
so
see it
you
either.
cannot measure God. Have you ever measured God?
I
Hello.
can't measure God. I'm a human.
That's right, because you have no evidence.
Hey guys.
What?
How's
Right,
it going?
Peter?
My name's Dixon Cider. I just wanted to, understand what's going on around here.
What's up, Dixon?
Like why the host doesn't believe in God. So like, do you like have a bad relationship with religion and stuff?
I have no
What
bad
happened?
relationship. I've got worshiping me.
You're
You have
worship. What are
worship
you
in you?
worshiping?
No, I
Yourself
don't
or
worship.
this
I
app?
worship me because I create God. I'm a God
You
creator.
How do
create
you
God.
create God
What?
if you're
How did
not
you
God?
create it?
Are you
Did
the
you have
monad?
past lives or
I-
something?
Is
I
God the
don't know.
demiurge and you're the
Have you lived a
monad?
past life, buddy?
Let me show you how I create God.
How
How
did
do
you
you
do it?
create
Yeah,
God if
can you
you're
get on
not
All right.
God?
camera
What the
and show
fuck
me
am
how
I
you did
listening
it?
to?
Do
I
you have
will
a
show
chemical
you.
equation like
I
numbers?
Or are
you
numbers
gotta be
numbers
quiet.
aren't
You
real,
gotta be
right?
quiet, and I'll create a God in front of you, all of you.
All right.
Go ahead.
Let
Hey,
there,
sounds good, dude.
I say, let
Dude,
there be God.
Yeah, you're pretty
There
radical,
is
dude.
God. You see?
this.
I create a God. And I
Why did
What?
I
peace.
got
He just
invited.
created the demiurge. Uh-oh.
I got
I just
The
create
invited to
God.
demiurge.
join
I
I
create
just
this.
went
God.
through puberty in the last 30 seconds. I'm assuming God isn't real as a matter of fact. Sorry.
I just create a
What?
God in
Did
front
you
of you.
think God did that, or was that
Hold up.
That was
I have a
that
question
was
was
for
that
you,
a
though.
dumb.
scientific
I have a question for
equation?
you. I have a question for
What do
you.
you think?
Host. Can your God tell me the objective difference that the God that you created can tell me the objective difference between 7 coconuts and 6 coconuts?
My God can tell
Dude,
you
we gotta get
Back
on
on
this
this
coconut
coconut
subject.
thing.
anything you
It's not
believe
going
in. My
anywhere.
God could do it.
It's
You
not.
believe in
She's not
God.
gonna understand.
Okay,
She's
so you can
never
actually
going to
tell the
grasp
difference
My
between
God
7
the
throws
coconuts and
whole
6
thing
rocks.
coconuts,
about
right?
coconuts. Like we're gonna go on about this for like the next 20 years
No,
if we don't
my
switch
God can
the
know. My God
anomaly.
know everything. He can
So he
tell you
knows that there's a
anything that
difference
you
between
believe.
7
Do
coconuts and
you
6
know
coconuts?
They
everything
know
though?
everything. My
Do
God knows
you know
everything. I
everything?
create them.
I
I
don't know if
create
you
the God
do.
that know
Yeah.
Yo, it's
everything
like
you
you're just
believe.
it's like you're customizing your own Pokemon at this point. Like how?
I create God.
Is your God a
You
fire
don't
type?
create.
Did you watch a lot of Harry Potter as a kid?
I
And
gotta throw this
Yeah,
guy
like
out. You're not welcome.
Harry Potter as a kid,
Oh
I
and
gotta
no,
throw
like
this
yeah,
guy
Dave!
out.
like
You're not
No!
welcome, Dave. You're not
No!
welcome. I throw you out. I create God. I
you
create
create.
God, and
Okay,
God knows
if you were a
everything.
god, you would have a lot more than 9 viewers.
Oh, I'm not God.
yes.
I'm God creator. I create God.
You
I
create
can
him with
very
what?
clear. I don't.
What
I
do you
don't.
create him with?
What substances have you been doing that led to this opinion?
I
Lysol.
create God. No,
Have
that's
you been
true.
prescribed something recently that just like makes you like this?
I'm God creator, Dave.
You just
Like
don't
saw an
even answer
ibuprofen.
everybody. Like you
What?
don't even know how to have a conversation. And you
I
have
do.
10 slots open in this live. That's crazy.
I have a lot of people here. Now you're trying to
Wait,
be,
so
why
what
are you
if
being
you're wait,
disrespectful? I'll
host,
throw you
if
out
you're
too. You can't be disrespectful to God creator. I'll throw you out.
Hello.
Oh, Jonathan, you wanna do that? I'll throw you out too.
No,
You're not
this is
respectful. I'll
this
throw
is
you
just
out
how I
too.
speak.
You're not
No, this.
respectful. You can't be disrespectful to God creator.
I agree.
I know.
I know as well. I think I know more
What
than
do you
you.
know? Tell me what you know. Let's hear what Cato want to say.
What's my name, by the way?
It doesn't matter. It's
Oh,
He's so fucking
no,
dirty,
no,
dude.
no. You need to.
want to say.
Hello.
Anybody? Jonathan, you want to say something?
Hey,
Yes,
Jonathan, welcome back, man.
Hello.
How's it going?
I don't mean no disrespect. I'm from Romania.
So,
I have a bit of a thick accent.
yeah, what do you
Yeah.
want to say?
I was watching the other guy, and he was wondering how many coconuts are there.
What about coconut?
So if you take 7 coconuts, and then you have 6 coconuts, is there a difference between the 7 and the 6 coconuts?
What about it?
What's the difference? Is it 6 coconuts have less number than 7 coconuts?
Depends on how you want to measure it.
Well, I'm just talking about the number of units in the
I don't want
coconuts.
to talk to you about.
Just talking about the number of units
I
in
don't
the
want to talk
coconuts.
to you
Measuring
about.
by counting them. Like you're, one,
The problem is this.
3,
Listen,
4,
Dixon.
5, 6, and then you got 7.
What he was saying is that number is objective. So when you look at 6 coconut, you say 6, and when you look at 7 coconut, you say 7. But I say number is not objective; it is subjective.
Yeah.
Depending